Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Today is April 15th, and here is your daily energy report. I wonder if April 15th is still tax day with now how the whole world is changing. Who knows? I certainly don't really give a fuck. So here's the energy report. Earlier today, I was talking about the square between the Sun and Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, and soon to be Mars. That energy is going to be palpable. This square sort of means that all the things that have been happening in the last 3 months, we're almost getting like this first quarter look, right? Like we processed a lot of shit. Now some of this stuff is coming back around in our mind or in our reality, and it's going to see how much of the lesson that we've learned. So this next week or so, in particular, and especially today, there's going to be a lot of relationship stuff. We have Venus sesquiquadrate over to Pluto. And whenever Venus and Pluto are involved, there's a deep emotional trigger happening. So you don't be surprised if you're like watching a movie and something out of the blue reminds you of an ex that you haven't talked to out of nowhere, or like all of a sudden you get this epiphany, like, oh, that's what that meant from that situation that you had with that person, or someone that you thought you fell in love with, when you realize it was an attachment, or some kind of memory. People can come back if the lesson still needs to be fully learned. Depends on the karmic situation. But this stuff is coming back for us to be able to learn. And again, with something like this, go with what you feel. All right. Say something comes back and you have an epiphany and it feels right. Tread lightly, but go into it. We have to go into situations like this in order to be able to learn that lesson. Sometimes things come back, you don't know what it's meant to teach you. But then we start having these expected outcomes come up in our head. Well, it might happen like this, it might do this, it might do this. Look, the point in going back into these experiences, if it's haunting you, if there's something haunting you, which is something haunting a lot of people right now, and it's not going away, you have to go into it. But go into it with the childlike curiosity of, what is this supposed to teach me? You might get back and go hang out with the ex, and then all of a sudden realize that, wow, we have nothing in common. Or you might realize, wow, I used to act like this because I was insecure or jealous, or something's gonna click, and it may have nothing to do with what your ego or the story that we tell ourselves we're expecting, okay? But be open to learning and going into the lesson, because everything that's coming in right now is coming in fast, and manifestation is happening fast. So whatever is going on, listen to your intuition and go into it. Reach out, or respond to, or reach out, or honor that Venus part within you. That is the ability to receive. When you receive this intuitive information or this feeling, everything we need to base on our feelings right now, because our feelings are not lying. And that may be a little confusing if you're still in the beginning phases of the awakening process. You really can't establish between fear and truth. It's like you're not really sure. This spidey sense has sort of lied to you before. You have to learn to surrender and stop trying to control it. The key is to let go of any expected outcome and be open to learning whatever it is that the universe is trying to learn. And when you back it up like that, because usually when something like this comes back in, we have an expectation. Oh, I've been wanting to manifest a relationship with this person or that person or this situation. And you go into it, yes, okay, finally it's happening, it's gonna work. It might be bringing you in a completely opposite direction, but you have to face it within yourself, and you have to be mirrored in order to be able to learn it. So whatever is coming around, it's highly karmic, and especially now at the last couple weeks of the nodal axis in Capricorn and Cancer, this is our last chances to really fully hone in on establishing the solid emotional boundary. And I talked about that a lot in my live weekly energy report. You can check that out on my YouTube, Spiritual Bodybuilder, or it should be still saved on the live here on IG. So, we have the moon going over Saturn and Mars today. It's going to be, it might feel weird. You get that like hit in your chest, like, oh, or like knots in your stomach. Anything emotionally coming up, feel it, allow it to go through you. Just approach it. Like, how like something comes in, you're like, oh, fuck, what is this? Approach it with the curiosity. Okay, what's going on now? It's temporary. Change is the only constant. Okay, Let it go through you. Don't get attached to it. That's the big thing here. Learning to have healthy detachment. That's Aquarius energy. Healthy detachment from the experience and letting go of the outcome. Super important today. So, thank you for tuning in. Please go check out my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, and join my opportunity community. It's just about filled up, so get to it ASAP, because I'm going to be checking it here in a few hours. And once it's 100, then the coaching protocol is going to cost money. So let's get that in. Let's get this thing rolling. I love you guys so very much. Thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spiritual Bodybuilder, and yeah, you can get my ebook from my website. All right, love you guys. Mwah. I will talk to you tomorrow.